And we're no.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill, which then becomes your place of anarchy, known as the Coffee Company. We're doing a mega show today. We've got all of the guests on today. If you hadn't had enough of us idiots yesterday in our absolute anarchy fest, it's going to be even better today. So we are currently joined by the Resonatortron himself. How are you today, sir?
In need of sleep.
Good stuff. But luckily, we're the Coffee Company, which means we're going to fire everyone up as soon as possible. And hit another mistress of mayhem. We have got Mr. Kuva99 himself. And how are you today, Kuva?
Get on with it.
Come on, time is money, you know, just
yeah, we've got to get this going, Kuva. You can't get away from it that easily.
yeah, doing okay. It's same as Rez. Sleep deprivation. It's my mantra really. So yeah, bring the coffee. Hand me over a coffee here. Just pour it down. That is.
Yeah, because you like tea. I'll just throw some tea bags in your mouth. So here we go. Throw the tea bag. It's straight in the face.
Worth a go. Rez, have we gone past the 10-minute mark yet?
No, we haven't.
No,
just checking.
I wouldn't do that to Ben.
But certainly when the 10-minute mark will come up in 7 minutes and you will know about it. But let's welcome some of the guys in the chat. We are going to be joined by Mr. Daigle himself in a minute. We're going to be joined by Mr. Kiriakou, 3 hours late, probably. Big up, Danny. And we might be joined by a Nick Barry, Sean Ranjit, and all his other names. So, yes, stay tuned for this mega show. But firstly, let's welcome Mr. Eugene. Big up, Eugene. Hopefully you're well. Hi, everyone. Big up. Levy out. Big up. Big up, Mr. Agenbar. Big up, sir. Big up, big up. Mr. Mark Cousins. Afternoon, sir. Afternoon, Ben, Rez, and Kuba. Big up, Ben and Rez. Robocoff. Yep, there's a nickname. Rez came up for me in the back end. Oh, yeah. Big up, big up. So, yeah, the weather is shit today, boys. So what do we do on a rainy day? What do we do? It's actually all right at the moment, but today has been...
Yeah, it's cleared up. Yeah.
I've been out and splashed in some puddles. Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And rolled in the wet grass like you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Did it burn okay afterwards?
Yeah. It's fine. But the highlight for me is just on the back lawn, middle of the best of the rain, and just make some rain angels. It's fantastic.
So we now know that Cooper has been covering everyone's house in mud and say it wasn't me, it was the kids.
Yeah.
Usual excuse. Yeah.
Usual excuse. So everyone
You can blame anything on. You can blame anything on those pesky kids.
So it's always the kids putting things through letterboxes late at night. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or on their doorstep for the people you don't like.
Yeah, but the thing that Coover's putting through their letterboxes, he has to take away with him afterwards because it's attached to him.
It's true. Don't have to.
It's not the residue on the floor.
It's harder to craft one again later and attach it and all of that stuff.
Bob Shit is in the house saying wankety wank 1, YouTube 0. Big up, Bob.
Yeah.
If you've not seen the shenanigans we had on Saturday night, you can actually watch it now. Watch it now. It's absolutely brilliant.
The greatest music video of all time, I would say.
Greatest music video of all time.
Oh, that was just madness.
I don't know what you boys' favourite part of that was. I mean, my personal favourite was Rez and Nick doing. That was so hilariously funny.
There were just so many great parts, weren't there?
They were all really good.
Alex Davis
really,
going
really
totally gangster. Iggy doing Edith Piaf. That was great.
Yeah, no. Iggy doing that was gold dust. That was.
It's a shame Ledley didn't sing the chorus with him as a that would have been even funnier. Big up, Eric. Mystery Soul, Coover is responsible for all the crop circles.
No, that's when I do rained angels. I just fall backwards and stand up again.
It couldn't be me. If I fall backwards, I'm not standing up again.
Yeah, exactly. That's
basically, you're saying you're a tortoise.
Yeah.
Coover is a tortoise, confirmed.
Yes.
We now know. What do you boys do on rainy days when you can't be asked to get out of the house?
Same as I do on sunny days, really.
Yeah.
What oil?
Sit mostly in front of the computer waiting for a stream to start.
That thing, yeah. Similar to me, I'll just probably game for a while.
Yeah.
At some point. Right now I can't focus, so I tried a little bit earlier, but yeah, right now it's hard to sort of keep my eyes on something properly. But
Rez has been terrorizing the community, confirmed, of Archway. If you have seen a man with a goatee going about shouting through all the Arsenal fans' windows, you know where he is. And he's doing the Lord's work. What does everyone in the chat
they don't realise? They actually don't realise that I'm actually sort of shouting at them, because obviously in the brain department, there's only a limited number of brain cells that they can actually connect with each other to actually work out what's happening. As far as they know, they're just there's a Homo sapiens shouting at them. Beyond that, they can't really. I mean, you got to be fair to them. They are still trying to tackle use of tools and making fire. So there
were so many innuendos in that little speech.
There really were. There really were. I mean, even in my sort of brain-addled state, I was wondering why there were no years coming.
Because we were just waiting for the big one.
They were just coming too thick and fast.
They're coming too fast. Big up, Darius. Big up. Hopefully you're having a great day as well. But yeah, the best joke I ever done was yesterday when they were talking about the Big Bang. I was like, so did you say Big Bang? And Rez was just like, yes, I did. Oh, yeah. Even it hit you. I was like, oh, God. Too much time has been spent.
I let everyone else take the joy of the Ayers. I'll set them up, you knock them down.
Oh yeah.
No, that wasn't an Ayer.
Yes, it was in my book.
No.
There's always an yeah to be had.
Especially when you're talking about astrophysics as well. I mean, you can always start talking about black holes and Uranus.
Oh
yeah. Black hole ring systems. Yeah, as you say, the Big Bang.
Wormholes.
The Milky Way.
The Milky Way.
Red dwarfs.
Red dwarfs. Yeah. You know, for certain people, you know, would be of interest. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think of others. You get brown dwarfs as well. So, but Bob isn't here.
Yeah. And white dwarfs as well. Let's not be racist. Yeah.
Let's not be racist. Absolutely. Yeah. What others are there? I'm trying to think of my astrophysics 101 course at university.
My astrophysics 101 course. I think they call it YouTube nowadays.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, we have.
There you go. Heavenly bodies. Yeah, very good. That was a good one.
We have Rez's co-host. So really, these two should be next to each other. There we go.
Other side, Ben.
Other side. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now the world is right.
Ranjit going for the Ewok look today. I think.
Well, we're talking about astrophysics, so Star Wars is related.
There you are.
True.
We're not talking about football today, Derek, but it's definitely Richarlison.
Yeah. If Derek, you'd said who is better singing, Richarlison or Jesus, then we could discuss that particular topic.
Yeah.
But if you
Danny saying he's an Ewok.
Danny can remember you a Randwalk.
Okay, that's another name.
That's your name. We have Kuvamek, we have the Resonator Trump.
Wait a minute, he's gone the wrong way round. It could have been Egypt.
Egypt.
That's only kept for people that have mystery illnesses and stream at other time of other shows. So
yes, that's true. Fair. Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think you're right there, mate.
We're talking about coming from the forest moon of Endor, not the forest moon of Bel Endor.
Right? That's right.
Sorry. He meant singing. Oh, he did things. Singing.
I just need a hair.
Richarlison or Gabriel Jesus?
Richarlison or Gabriel Jesus? I think I'm going to be a bit of a heretic and say that it's actually Richarlison, because you can just see it in his face. You know, that intensity. You know, as opposed to looking. I mean, most people might think that someone who looks like their dog has just been shot, you know, would have that sort of soul. But no, I'm going with Richarlison.
I think so as well. It's like with Sandro as well, isn't it? It's play hard, sing softly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who do you think is a better singer? Who's a better singer than Andy? Just as a laugh. Richarlison versus Jesus. Who is more likely to bang in a ballad in the middle of nowhere?
I'm gonna say Richarlison, just because he plays for Spurs, and we should support all the players that play for Spurs. including Emerson Royale. So I think Emerson Royale is the best.
Shut up, Nick.
You're really starting to take the kick.
Sorry, unfortunately, the Nightbot says you need to be nice and kind, so you need to listen to the Nightbot, Ben, and all of you.
But you've got to bear in mind that RoboCoff actually controls Nightbots. So
I do, yeah.
You know, there is.
Who are you going to say is a better singer, Richarlison or Gabriel Jesus? The most weird question to ever open a stream. But here we go, Keeves.
What? Didn't we just do that?
There we go. There's your answer.
Didn't we just do Richarlison and?
Yeah, we're still going. Darius is asking, "Are you in Siberia, Nick?"
No, I'm just a bit cold, but then I have got shorts on, so.
Okay. Yeah. Mark Cousins also has an astrophysics fact. He said, "Did you know that when Uranus was discovered in 1781, it was called George?"
Most people, when they discover my anus, they don't generally give it a name.
I call it Bungle.
Yeah, I know that. No, that's for closed doors, mate.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's fine. I don't have an issue with it, but obviously, you're married now, so you got to be a bit more careful.
So not only have you abandoned Resnick, you've abandoned your boy Danny Kiriaki. What is this?
Well, what are we 15 minutes in? He can piss off.
Really going for it there.
He's
going to jump on, and then he doesn't.
Yeah, Mr. Kiriaki does have the link, and he said
that's what I mean. He always disappoints, so that's why I've kind of gone off him. He disappoints. He doesn't turn up. He says he's coming on a show. He doesn't come on a show. When he does, he just starts swearing all the time. Watch-alongs, match day vlogs. Everything gets told that there's kids watching, and you have to watch your language. He just goes against it. Mate. Exactly, and that's all he does. That's all he does. So. I think he needs a bit of soap in the mouth and gets it washed out. But
I'll be on. I'm just sorting some finance.
You want to see a bit of foam coming from Danny's mouth? Okay.
I think Danny's the only person I can think of that probably starts doing all the aftershave and everything just to go on stream.
Yeah. Television.
Danny, man, they're burning you, they're flaming you, man. You got to come on and
when Danny comes on in a minute, he's gonna just respond like hellfire.
Danny, when you 5 + 5, mate, is 10. If that's what you're trying to work out.
He really is flaming. He's asked for absolute mayhem.
Evil people.
Yeah, I'm asking for mayhem. Why not? Yeah. Let's have some mayhem. Let's upset the Nightbot.
Yes, let's see if we can get the Nightbot to ban us.
Yes. It's going to go log into my StreamYard and get rid of us all. Nightbot is going to be a sentient being in many, many years. It hasn't got there yet. It's not officially reached Terminator 2 level.
But every stream adds to its neural net.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps with the advancement of AI and everything, we'll end up at home sending our PCs out to work.
I mean, I wish my computer would go to work. That's a much better idea.
Actually, just on a very serious on a serious note, there's a great cartoon out there. I think it's only about 6-7 minutes long, called "The Last Job on Earth," about sort of automation and stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out. It's really cool.
Sort of thing I do like. Yep.
Yeah. It's very, very cool.
We need to watch it.
Yes, we do.
We need to watch it.
The Last Job on Earth could also be a documentary about an astronaut having his last bowel movement before going into space.
No, that's The Last Jobby on Earth.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, sorry. So part 2, presumably.
He's arriving very soon, Phil. He was just on the phone. He might actually be on the phone to Danny. He might be on the phone to Danny. Big up, Luke. Big up. Rez, he needs that shirt in his life. Absolutely. We all need a back.
It is one of my favourites. I do love that.
I didn't spot the R.
Oh, so you thought it was DeLorean?
Yeah, DeLorean.
No, in what Luke said.
Oh, I see.
My life.
Well, yeah, it's an
important thing. I know this quite clearly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clearly, Nightbot is subservient to Rez because he's saying the Lord of the Shelf. Big up, Nightbot.
Thank you very much, Nightbot.
Big up. We learned yesterday that our buddy Ryan has also never seen Ghostbusters. How much of a heretic is he?
Yeah, we found out that our friend Brian
has never seen Ghostbusters.
Yeah, or Gremlins, or Goonies.
No way.
You think you know somebody, and then it's just.
1984. I call 1984 the year of the G because 3 great movies, all beginning with G: Ghostbusters, Gremlins, and Goonies.
Yeah. It's all there. 3G was invented in 1984, apparently. Final piece on Uranus or Res's anus. Moons are named after Shakespearean characters instead of Greek characters because it was called George after George III.
That does apply to my anus. Its moons are indeed named after Shakespearean.
Class film. Yeah.
Every time Res breaks wind, he goes, "Oh, the bard."
Oh, it's a Midsummer Night's Dream right here.
And then if he follows through, that's a comedy of errors.
Hopefully he doesn't have to do the whole thing every time you say Macbeth, or as it's known, the Scottish play. If it's really bad,
that's only in a theatre. That's only
in a theatre. Big up, Again, football. Who loses?
So welcome to the Ben's coffee shop.
A pre-warm up for Shelfside Spurs in the wall.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if you were able to watch yesterday, Nick, but yesterday was incredibly Shelfside Spurs. I mean, if you've not seen yesterday's stream and Kim's entrance.
Not just Luke, but anyone who hasn't seen it needs that shit in their life, right? You should go and watch.
I don't think we can believe it when the boat turned around. That's brilliant. Are there going to be any Crimbo specials of the Spurs channels? I think you said there might be a Shelfside Spurs special. Did you?
I don't know. I what's it called? Defer to Nick on that one. So it's up to you, Ranjwok.
It all depends on work schedules because it gets very busy for me between now and
Crimbo.
We will certainly be doing a Christmas party of some sort that all the community is invited to. And we will all make terrible Christmas food and we will get Paul Stewart to judge it. Or at least the spirit of Paul Stewart. Big up Paul Stewart.
I still like the idea of doing a Christmas dinner off and trying to work out what the best individual part of a Christmas dinner is like the best. You know? So you'd have like turkey going up against like not cranberry sauce because they go together, but like you have turkey going up against parsnips or something like that, and gravy going up against
roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings versus everyone
carrots.
Sprouts versus carrots.
Yeah. Weirdly, you'd have a sprout advocate in me. I love sprouts.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
not a fan myself, but surely healthy.
To the point where I'd actually scowl at other people taking too many sprouts because I actually wanted the rest of the bowl with gravy on it.
Yeah.
Big up Eugene. Big up Eugene. Christmas dinner battle royale.
I think you'd have to put pigs in blankets up against stuffing, but like sausage meat stuffing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's difficult to get them. It's difficult to get every part sort of like appropriate to each other because I mean, you've only got like one turkey, or you've only got one meat.
No, but people have alternatives, right? They don't have. Some people don't have turkey on Christmas Day. They have goose, or they have
goose or roast ham or something like that.
Gammon or
For me, it's got to be turkey for Christmas. It's got to be turkey. You do need goose fat for the roast potatoes, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you bring in.
Go with
I guess you go.
Favorite part of a Christmas dinner.
Mate, well, I would say my mum's roast potatoes. They're brilliant, but I'm probably going to be one of the very few that I love my Brussels sprouts.
Oh,
bloody hell!
I love them. My favourite vegetable. Absolutely love them.
Yeah,
we're gonna do that just because we need the shelves. No, we still did it wrong. Here we go. There we go. If I see red,
we're supporting the stream.
Yeah, we're supporting the stream. We certainly need. I also think we need some Spurs, but apparently it's something.
Fuck off, mate.
Yeah. Big up, Daigle.
Big up, Catman.
None of that, Danny. None of that, Danny. No, this is purely talking
Elementary.
shit.
We talk about Christmas dinners and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As well
man.
as rice puddings.
What do people have? Do they go 3 courses? Do they go?
So we will do 3 courses. We will do chicken soup, because chicken soup is at every meal in the Kauffie house. It's just fact.
Okay.
We will do turkey with all the trimmings, of course, and then we will do a cherry pie. That's our 3. I don't know what you boys do.
So I think you could easily, in terms of pudding, that it could be a pudding off, because people have different things, like you say. So you have cherry pie, Ben. I think there's also there's obviously the traditional like Christmas pudding, which along with Christmas cake should be banned. There's obviously a chocolate log, a Yule log. Bitter rolls is a favourite of mine.
Bitter rolls are
Trifle.
Yeah,
trifle. I'm a trifle deaf. I can't hear you, Rez. Trifle deaf.
Oh, yes.
Is that
trifle? It's kind of summer for me. Or a strudel. A strudel.
Now you're getting all poncy.
Oh, you see, my mum does it. I have to swap, Ben, your chicken soup for chopped liver.
Chopped liver is there as well.
Chopped liver is the start. Then the lunch or the dinner is the standard English, all the trimmings kind of thing.
Racist.
But for desserts, my mum does a host of things, and one of the things I love more than it, I can eat jelly all day.
Yeah.
And my mum makes, it's called traffic light jelly. She makes 3-tier jelly.
Yeah.
So she's got the red, the orange, the green. Then there's Christmas cake. There's cheese and biscuits. There's no, it's not cheese and biscuits. I beg to differ. There is not cheese and biscuits anymore, due to my brother-in-law being quite religious, and there can't be milk and meat. So there's a host of desserts.
Scott, everyone's coming as a day so far. Brian is gearing up for another number off.
And that was the roast potato comment. Who was in that? I think it was me, Cooper, and David, wasn't it?
And myself. Yeah.
That's right.
Just a little Roy Parks comment about Brussels sprouts air fried in olive oil and a little salt is delicious. Absolutely right. Roy, if you like your Brussels sprouts, try this. Saute them in butter and a little bit of brown sugar.
Yeah.
Right? The bitter and the sweet together with the sort of butteriness.
It's good, but I'll venture you just saute them in peanut butter.
Ooh.
That's a new one. But also, Christmas time, you've got to have them with chestnuts. You've got to have them with chestnuts at Christmas.
Not if you saute them in peanut butter.
Yeah, definitely not, Cooper. That's something peanut butter, but no, I'd give that a go. But Christmas time has to be with chestnuts, man. Has to be.
I've never been a big fan of chestnuts, you know. Weirdly, I like nuts. Oh yeah.
I'm the exact opposite to you, Rez. The only nuts I eat are peanuts and chestnuts with Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like, would you do a bit of garlic in yours as well, Rez? Or do you think garlic's too much with the olive oil? And because I think a bit of garlic with your Brussels sprouts would sort of.
If you're doing it savory, if you're not doing the saute in butter and sugar bit, then and it's the savory, absolutely, a bit of garlic. I mean, garlic does really well for everything. I think
garlic,
trifle.
Garlic trifle. You know,
garlic bitter rolls instead of the cream inside. You have garlic. Kind of goes with everything.
Even for drinks, garlic aid.
You know? Garlic,
garlic tea.
Phil is asking you, Brian, are you having the combo dinner with Levy?
If he wants to come, I'll more than happily give him my address. I'll more than happily give him my address.
There's some interesting concepts. The Daigles with the Levies on Christmas Day.
Garlic aid sounds like something Bob Geldof would be doing a fundraiser for.
Against vampires.
I do have to say, Christmas with Daigles and the Levies does sound like the exact episode of EastEnders, really, doesn't it? At Christmas,
it does, doesn't it?
That would be like your virtual or your reality TV version of EastEnders.
That would be quite funny.
Oh my god!
Bloody hell!
Catman, I'm coming to you quicker than you're coming to Toronto, because that's a big. I'm obsessed with that stuff.
It's
candy
another
floss,
thing
no?
that stays in the drawer, though, right? That's one of the things. Everyone has a cotton candy machine in their drawer that they never use. Everyone has a chocolate fountain. Just a random.
I've got a slush puppy machine. I mean,
Yeah, but
proper
you don't
one.
really use your slush puppy machine,
No
Cooper. So don't
way.
really
You're
count.
such a slush puppy, Coover.
Oh,
Talking of slush puppy, what on earth is blue raspberry? I mean, it's my favourite flavour, but
It's magnificent. It's what it is.
why is it blue?
Yes, but
So you can easily tell it apart. Yeah.
is it blue raspberry Raz?
Ah, very good point. Yes,
Yeah.
a very good point. I think if you're eating it, it doesn't have to be. Although obviously Raz does make everything better.
Yeah.
As
Exactly.
you and I have discovered, Brian.
Yes.
Know? If you have a Raz of anything,
It automatically becomes better.
yeah.
Darius has got
This
sprouts.
tea's a bit razzy. No, it doesn't.
That's a
No, not
brilliant-
Razzie. No, Razzie is yeah, no. If you put the name Razzie, no, then you've got problems.
Razzie Rascal.
Yeah. If anyone ever gets a slushy at the movies, isn't it just like you have to get them mixed? I never see anyone with either one of the flavors. I don't know.
You have to mix it. You have to mix
have
it.
to mix.
I hate to say that I'm the anomaly then.
Yeah,
Kick him out, Ben.
you
Kick him
have
out.
to-
He's
you have
such a
to mix-
weirdo.
You have to mix your popcorn.
Yeah.
You have to mix
Sweet
your
and
popcorn.
salty, yeah, 100%.
I must admit the thought.
Red, a bit of blue, then a bit of red. I love that sort of.
No,
I've
for me,
never even thought of mixing it. Never even thought of
if either cola's on offer or lemon and lime, I'm taking those every time.
But not together
Because
individually.
it's
No. Well, yeah, you could actually.
You could take them together, but that's another story of Coover and his slush puppies taking them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to remember, cola and lemon ice. That color would make some very horrible color combination.
Yeah.
Would you want to drink something that color?
What I'm more concerned about, Brian, is how that crazy dog is going to pinch whatever you're eating, because he's literally over your shoulder like.
Lexi doesn't. Simba has changed into a boxer dog, a beautiful boxer dog called Lexi.
Yes, cherry Coke, mate, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cherry Coke used to be a lot better in my. It's me. Remember when Cherry Coke had the red and black label instead of just the cherry coloured label?
Yeah.
The stripy. For me, Cherry Coke was better then. It's still
Bennett all used to taste better before they
ruined it.
Made it all like lactose free, gluten free, other free,
flavor free,
woke free.
Yeah, it's not woke free. Trust me, it's not woke free at all.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You know, when we were kids and everything used to taste a lot better. Now it just tastes like nah.
Have you heard that you can now get conflict-free sugar?
Interesting.
Right.
I don't have
Don't get
sugar.
me wrong. I'm not advocating for sugar that comes from conflict zones, but I mean,
There's only half of his house things that have been of war, of conflict, of everything. Yeah. So anything from Russia is in Rez's house, basically.
I want sugar from conflict zones, right? This sugar needs to have seen blood.
Blood sugar.
Yeah. If it hasn't got a bit of blood in it,
thing about blood sugar
I always have to check on my blood sugar levels.
You're the reason, Coover.
Oh, dear.
I thought the conflict was me shouting at people not to put sugar in their coffee.
That's a form of conflict. Yeah, absolutely. And you do it very well, Ben.
I do it very well, and then I just give up.
It hasn't worked on me, but you do it very well.
The first two times it did. And so we've had the coffee with the sugar. We've experienced the true flavour. Now, because we are now as part of the ecosphere of the coffee company, we can now ask for a few little thingy-majigs.
Yes.
Sugar crystals.
You are a very accommodating barista.
For once.
Yes.
Except if you've never been here before, then we're evil.
Anyone who's never been to Ben's coffee shop, right? he does pumpkin spice like you would not fucking believe. It's amazing.
I need to actually make some pumpkin spice. I've run out of it because Reg.
Yes, I used it all up, didn't I?
Yeah. Look at all these reprobates on the stream.
Carl, where you? Five Guys.
Yeah. Is that just a paradox? We are Carl Simpson's Five Guys. That is a paradox in itself.
That's it.
Who would
Five
have
Guys
thought? I've been drinking my sugar. I've been drinking my coffee with no sugar since I started watching your shows, and I enjoy it much more. Big up, Catman. Big up.
There you go.
But we are going to hook some pumpkin spice in you when you eventually get here. So
yes. Oh yeah.
Delicious.
And then we'll serve you some coffee as well.
Yeah. We're just gonna down an entire bottle of pumpkin spice down Catman.
Just hold his nose like this until he doesn't just tip it down.
Force feeding pumpkin spice. He's gonna be like, can I at least have some milk? No.
Can I have some coffee? No, just the pumpkin spice.
This is your problem, everyone. This is your problem.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, brilliant. But,
Ben, did you try? Whilst I'm eating these crisps, which are banging, it's Walker, the poppadoms from Walker's, which are very, very good. Did you try the all dressed?
I did. I was slightly not impressed with them. They are delicious, but I was like expecting more from all dressed. I was expecting more. Wow. I don't know what.
You're lucky I'm not in the vicinity of the. They're just incredible.
They are good. I preferred the pickle ones. The pickle ones.
Fine.
The pickle ones.
No.
I'm going to start with Coover, actually. Favourite crisp flavour? Go ahead.
Monster Munch pickled onion, gotta be.
It's definitely a solid choice. Brian, a favourite crisp flavour?
Without a doubt, and Stell brought some over for me. I need to go back to them. Anyone that's got a co-op near them, go to the co-op and go to their big bag of crisps. And they do, if you like salt and vinegar, they do sea salt and Chardonnay vinegar. It is the best crisp, hands down, in the world. The world.
Gives you a bit of heartburn, I find, though, if you eat too much.
Yeah.
Have you had them, Nick?
Yeah, I do live in England, Brian.
Yes, I don't know. Do you, mate? You're going to get slapped.
Why?
You're the first person that I've actually heard say yes, I've had them.
Yeah, they're like Tyrrells, aren't they? Tyrrells crisps.
Kind of like, yeah. Yeah, they're just incredible.
Other crisp manufacturers are available.
Of course they are. That's the whole world. We need to have a Paul Stewart crisp off, and you're all invited.
We do need to do a Paul Stewart
roast beef monster munch.
The kettle chips, sea salt and balsamic vinegar is really good as well.
Yeah. That's a staple at every Jewish deli. Kettle chips. Every Jewish deli, it's always kettle chips.
Mm-hmm.
Reg J, what is your favourite crisp flavour, sir?
I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I used to be with Coover in terms of pickled onion monster munch, but I think I'm now going quite mundane with the whole cheese and onion Walkers.
Oh wow!
If I'm being honest.
Solid.
Either that or ready salted hula hoops.
Ready salted hula hoops are good though.
Yeah.
The regular ones, not the giant ones.
Yeah.
The giant ones are too much. Too much.
I don't know. I don't know whether or not they still do, but certainly a few years back, on hula hoops, they used to put MSG in them to give it that more umami flavor, and they made them really, really moreish. But yeah, even now, even if they don't, there's something about it. But I still think cheese and onion Walkers.
Anyway, Eugene's just explained what he likes to spread all over his body.
Big
I have to say, I've been eating a lot since I come back. You can't beat a good frazzle.
Frazzles are good. They're not as good as they were, though. It's another thing.
Scampy fries.
Oh, that's another good one.
Although
Ketchup
knickknacks are banging.
They don't taste the same anymore. Knickknacks. They've removed
don't
all of
taste
the.
the same,
They've
no.
removed all of the niceness in them.
The
Yeah.
sticky rib ones are good. Still,
not anymore. That's the thing. They used to be amazingly good. Everything is sort of just dipped a bit
It's
in
like,
terms
like
of
with
flavor.
Pringles as well. The salt and vinegar Pringles used to be great, and now it's barely any vinegar
Yeah,
taste.
you used to bite into them, and go, "Whew, I don't want another one of them." Now it's like,
Yeah.
That was part of the factor of them, though. The shock factor. It's almost like toxic sweets. When you first had one, you're like, "Whoa, that's give me 5 more." There's another one where blue raspberry was just the best one.
I think Rez has got a point though. I've found it as well. The older I get, the sometimes less is more. It's like used to love the really oversaturated flavors. Now with things like if I'm having a plate of chips, I always used to have salt and vinegar all over it, sauce all over it. Now I just want it a little lightly salted. That's fine.
Lightly salted, absolutely, just
enjoy the potato flavor as well.
A good chip doesn't need that much. A good chip doesn't need that much enhancement to it. I mean, we need to get chips. I think we have got chips from next door, but we need to do a proper because they're really good. The chips from next door. But
occasionally you do still. You see, the thing is for me when it comes to chips and ketchup, the chips have got to be scaldingly hot to get the ketchup, to get the vinegar out of the ketchup. Almost to get it that tang. If they've been there for a bit, not so much. But
they've got to be fresh. One of those things I really like that loads of chip places are now going fresh only. They don't leave them because why the hell would someone buy? If it like loads of chip places in, just leave fish there for hours and it just gets shit.
Yeah,
like when they do them fresh, you have to wait 5-6 minutes for them. But then it's just they are so much better and they're worth the premium.
This kind of links into one of my latest guilty pleasures. My boys and I always like watching the Korean street food and Japanese street food videos online. But one time it popped up with this chap called The Wanderer. Yeah. And he's based in Reading. And all he does is go around and review the local takeaways, fish and chip shops and things like that.
Yeah.
I can't stop watching it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they're brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant. I mean, Yummy Boy, which I showed you, Keith, it's particularly good. Yummy Boy is amazing for there's a most addictive YouTube show. I've been watching a guy called Trek Trendy, who's a really posh guy that goes on like really expensive flights and things. And he's just the most addicted. He's got the most weird mannerisms, but he's just so addicting. I want to watch this. I don't want to go on Emirates Airlines, but I'm going to watch this anyway.
Yeah.
It's so addictive.
Oops, controversy from Catman Jess. I'm spotting there.
Oh no.
Should be banned, cottage cheese.
My mum
cottage cheese is for young ladies who go horse riding.
Like me.
Yeah. Cottage cheese is one of the worst inventions or one of the worst things on God's green earth.
I can understand why you put it on top of
do you like horse riding as well?
A really hot jacket potato with cottage cheese, I think would be really tasty, but it's not my thing.
Right, Ben. I think for that reason you'd have to even leave your own show for.
I don't like cottage cheese.
I think Rez is now fitting the profile of one of his victims.
Yeah.
Very much so.
He lures them with the cottage cheese.
The mind of your target. Hoover,
yeah, fair enough.
He's the guy that there is I can't remember what his channel is, but the channel's brilliant. You all need to go for Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue looks bloody delicious. We should find.
Have you guys done Mongolian barbecue?
You need to try Mongolian barbecue as well.
Mongolian barbecue is good. The way they sort of cook it and stuff is lovely.
Yeah,
I went to a Mongolian barbecue place that was up in Edinburgh. It's sadly closed now, and they had really, really exotic meats in there. So they had crocodile, they had kangaroo, emu, ostrich, some really weird and wonderful meats as well. Which, I mean, they all tasted like chicken.
Alligator is wonderful. Alligator is incredible.
Yeah, they had alligator as well. Yeah, it's that.
Incredible.
Yeah, but they. I think it's just when we can't process that sort of complex a flavor when it comes to proteins, and so everything just tastes like chicken.
Except for chicken, which tastes
Apart from
like beef.
chicken. Yeah,
But
that's right.
yeah,
And
you
beef
can do so
tastes
much with chicken, so it's fine.
Chicken's bloody delicious.
I mean,
Alligator.
I can't say
I
I've
didn't
had
get to try
ostrich
alligator.
nuggets.
I must admit.
You definitely had ostrich nuggets, Coob. Don't you got
Yes, you had.
Well, I did, but there was only 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
The local zoo wondered why an ostrich was adopted.
Do you remember? I don't know, Coob, you might remember. Do you remember Ben Elton when he was doing his Motormouth stand-up stuff? Did you ever see the one where he's talking about Kentucky Fried Chicken as it was then, years before they became KFC?
Yeah.
So he talks about what can you get when you go to a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and then he's talking about how the Colonel Saunders is, as he calls it, not Sanders, Colonel Saunders, walking through his factory one day, and he says to the foreman, "What are them little round things you're sweeping up throwing away?" He goes, "Get them in the fryer, chicken McBollocks."
Which is why I don't like Ben Elton as a stand-up.
Yeah. I admit I love
he's one of those ones that I love the stuff he writes. I just don't like him when he's doing stand-up. Same with Peter Kay.
I am a fan of Peter Kay. I don't understand why people are paying £500+ to see him, but I do like Peter Kay.
Have you guys seen Peter Kay's misheard lyrics bit?
Yes, that's
brilliant.
very funny.
I thought was funny.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
He's not someone I rate as a comedian. I don't know what your boys' favourite stand-up is, but for me, I like the realism in like a stand-up. Yeah.
It's Kenny from South Park.
Kenny.
Kenny.
Either that or it's some very dodgy video about to come up.
We are anonymous.
Oh yeah.
Nah, just think of an ISIS video with yeah at the start of it.
These are the opinions of Nick and not of Shellside Spurs and the Coffee Company. Yeah, Ron, who is your favourite stand-up comedians? Everyone give your favourite. Mine is personally Mickey Flanagan because I love that realism of him.
He's good.
Al Murray's fantastic.
For me, my all-time favourite by a mile is Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor's
Richard
brilliant.
Pryor
Just
was amazing.
Laughed myself silly over him.
Yeah.
More modern. I like people like Frankie Boyle, or personal favourite now, I'd have to say Anthony Jeselnik because he's the darkest of the dark comics.
Laugh yourself silly because I heard something else beginning with W.
Yeah, well, your ears are muffled by that silly hood you got on, aren't they?
Oh, here he is.
You finally got on the Coffee Company, Danny, for the first
Only 48 minutes late.
40 minutes late.
That's good for him.
Yeah, I was busy.
Busy.
Yeah,
5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. There you go, done.
Yeah,
sorting out all the finances over this weekend, so I need to make sure that
you just need
money
to
is
know,
coming back.
Danny, there's only one number, 114.
Yeah.
It's the only one you know.
Yeah.
Ryan is asking, Ben, can you remove Ranjit like he does? And I'm sure, no. Why would I remove him?
Ryan, I only remove you, because you talk rubbish.
He only removes you because you've never seen Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
So now
I'm not even censoring already.
I'm not even going to talk to you anymore, knowing that that fact of not watching great films.
He's also never seen Indiana Jones. He's never seen.
I'm actually have never seen Indiana Jones because
what's wrong with you?
Interest me. Huh?
You know, it's understandable for Ryan. You've got to bear in mind the guy was born 2001, 2000, something like that. You know, so it was 15 years before he was born that the first one came out, or something like that, 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Have I got that right? 19 years, nearly 20
something
years.
like that. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
get that. I don't take that
30
excuse.
years.
Because I've seen those films a million times, and I love those
Yeah,
films.
but you've got to bear in mind, though, Ben, that one instance is not statistically significant.
Ben
Yes,
Ben
it is.
looks Ben with the sun looks like a baddie off like
Star Trek.
Bond or something. You got if you just come forward, Ben. Look, there you go. You got like a laser coming out of your left eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you got to do it like this.
That's
You
because
got a
he's
lens.
Robocop.
Robocop.
Robocop. Exactly. You see.
What are embarrassing movies you've never seen before, Danny?
Oh, there's loads.
What's that embarrassing movie?
Like, so big movies that you've
David
never
Allen
seen.
Ball.
Films you're embarrassed that you haven't seen before.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Danny's seen that.
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question.
Mike Bassett. I still haven't watched Mike Bassett.
Mike
in
Bassett.
Oh, Coos.
I haven't seen that film.
That's
We
a
need to
great
do a
film.
watch along, apparently.
That's so
Do
funny.
you know what I haven't seen? Schindler's List yet.
I can
Okay.
understand why you've never seen that, though. That's a.
I can't believe you fucking said Schindler's List.
Yeah, it's a film I've always wanted.
fucking-
It's a film I've always wanted to see. It's a film I've always, and also,
It's an
Um,
best picture. You know, it's lots of people will have seen it. It's not. It's
yeah, exactly. Also, like,
There's lots of,
I haven't
lots of
seen-
films I'm proud I haven't seen, like Titanic and Dirty
Yes.
Dancing and
I haven't seen
Uh,
Dirty Dancing. Titanic.
all
I've
these
seen.
girly crap things.
But- Do you know what? One film I'm surprised I haven't seen is American History X. I haven't fully seen that film yet.
great movie.
Good movie.
Yeah, I know, and that's one
Great
I haven't
movie.
seen, which I'd still
My
love to see.
God.
And also, Gangs of New York as well.
Good movie as well.
It's another one I haven't seen. Still haven't seen yet.
I like Scorsese generally.
Yeah, so
Gangs
do I.
of New York was one of those that didn't speak to me as much.
I've also never
Really?
seen Avatar.
You know,
Oh.
yeah. I can acknowledge that it's a good film and that it's a good story and that it's well acted and it's well directed and the cinematography is really good and all that stuff. But it's one of those that you know you sort of watch it almost at a distance. Whereas other Scorsese films, you know, like Taxi Driver, Mean Streets, you know, Wolf of Wall Street, stuff like that, they speak to. The other one, actually, the other Scorsese film that I'm not a massive fan of is The Departed.
Oh no, I like that. It's really good.
I like
Yeah.
Departed.
Yeah.
I just think Departed could have gone even better if they'd like really twisted it up and done almost a Fight Club type thing, and it turned out
Yeah.
the two main characters are actually the same person. That would have been so messed up.
Mhm.
You know, Saving Private Ryan, brilliant.
That's a
Paddy's
brilliant
saying
film.
after me about Danny, did you get your caps button fixed yet?
for Paddy, it's never fixed.
Paddy.
Drive is a great
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Baby and Platoon. Yeah.
Platoon's a good film, yeah.
Favorite gangster film? I'm a big fan of, speaking of gangster films, The Untouchables, I think, is an absolutely brilliant film.
Yeah.
There are subgenres now with the whole rise of what's his face, Guy Ritchie,
Yeah.
and Lockstock and all of that stuff. So are we talking classic mafia?
Yeah. Or just anything. I'm happy with
British mafia, you know, gangsters, as in even within the gangster genre, you can have what's it called, New York mafia or Chicago mafia. So Chicago mafia is more the gangsters, your Untouchables, you know, Capone's era. Italian mafia, you know, your Godfather, things like that on the other side, you know. So yeah, it's quite a varied genre actually.
It's a really
I would say my favorite ever film has to be Scarface.
Scarface is fantastic. Yeah. The
That's
music in
Miami.
that
That's a
as
great
well.
film.
Cuban mafia.
Music, like so many.
Also
how many
Goodfellas as
movies
well.
Goodfellas
And
is
Goodfellas.
brilliant. How many movies like Scarface get the film spot on, but also the soundtrack as well? There are not many films. The Godfather does it brilliantly with like them when they go back to Sicily and they've got the whole Italian music with the mandolins. But how many movies just get Scarface does it like brilliantly with the 80s music? If any of you can name one, I can't think. Like
What's that again, Ben?
movies that are so good, but they get the soundtrack spot on as well.
I
Not
just
many
don't think you
movies.
could beat Godfather. for that.
Godfather,
That's
yeah,
just so
yeah,
haunting.
yeah.
It's-
Godfather is
Godfather.
probably
Godfather.
yeah.
Rated
Godfather
edition.
Goodfellas as well. To be fair, Goodfellas as well.
Yeah.
Carlito's
You know
Way.
what?
That's a good
one.
The Godfather Part 2. The Godfather Part 2 is probably, for me personally, obviously I can't speak for everyone.
Yeah.
Is
No, Rez,
the
you're allowed. You're allowed to speak for everyone.
You shush Ranj walk.
I was going to say, you usually bloody do, don't you?
I don't. Do you know what? I'm so sleep deprived. I don't even have the energy to come up with a witty retort. I'll just. Part 2 is as close for me as it is possible to be to a perfect film.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. Especially when they go back in time.
Yeah.
The fuck that when I can
Yeah.
never remember his
As soon
name.
as they hit 88 miles an hour in that gangster mobile.
when he's dealing with the landlord of
Yes.
the lady, and then she turns up.
Yeah.
Turns up, and he's terrified. He just thinks he's some normal Sicilian businessman.
Yeah.
And he finds out how petrified he is. That's just brilliant. It's just like it's so
100%.
real. Just that it's such a brilliant. Pulp Fiction soundtrack is also fantastic. Yeah.
I don't know about so much the soundtrack, but mentioning gangster movies, City of God set in the favelas in Brazil was a brilliant film as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
It's a film we probably need to see.
Mm.
Oh, it's clear to me we all need to do a Tottenham Hotspur YouTuber movie night of where we just watch all the movies we haven't seen.
Yeah.
So we've got a hybrid knowledge. Except
you'll need more than one night, though, I think.
Yeah. It's basically an intervention for Daigle and Ryan. They've never seen Ghostbusters and Indiana Jones. And there's so many films that Daigle has not seen. And I don't know where he is at the moment. But it's so many
He's not
films.
watching movies.
Yeah, start
You're
now.
probably taking a fat shit.
I think since Bob Spur has now scored a moral victory over censorship on streams. I think, Ben, we just do a watch along of well-known movies and just say it's a parody at the end.
Yeah.
I just say it's a Soul Science Spurs parody.
Yeah, and then they go, okay, sorry about that. We apologise. You can back it back up. Anyway, guys, I need to go. I need to go and pick up children because unfortunately they get in the way. That and work, the two things that get in the way. So
thank you for coming. When are you next on, Nick? When are you?
We're now the new Danny Kiriakou of the world. I don't know, mate. Fucking don't know, mate. Daigle's doing this. I'm doing that.
Manny, I don't know if you saw, but Ranjit is well fucked off with you, man. He doesn't.
Yeah, I
love you
saw.
anymore.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't. He's
That's right. He's a Ranj walk anyway.
I do look like a bit of a Ranj walk, to be fair.
Can you give us a Ranj walk goodbye?
Yeah.
No. What was that, Riz?
That's not an Ewok. That's actually a Jawa. But...
Oh, well, yeah.
We're such
going to get the walk like
Ewok, Java. It's all the same to you, isn't it? You bloody racist.
They're all short. They're all got hoods on. You know, all just sort of like running around. Fuck them. You know,
they all run around like this, like Iggy does on his video celebration video.
Yeah, give me a nice white-clad stormtrooper any day of the week. I'm Nigel Farage.
Oh, bloody hell. And there's the no politics rule infringed.
Well, we've sworn, we've been racist, we've talked about politics. What else do we need to do to piss Nightbot off?
Drink Brewdog.
No politics. Don't insult other streamers. Fuck off, Danny. Bring your favourite biscuits. Well, Kit Kats. There you go. And,
shut up, Nick. That's
what ban him before he leaves, just to teach him a lesson.
Yeah. Sorry, Ranj. There we go.
No, if Ranjit had been properly on the ball, he would have left before he had the chance to do it.
He tried to, he left as soon as I removed him. So big up, Nick, for joining. Big up, Nick. Yeah.
Oh, soundtracks, by the way. Jaws.
Jaws, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jaws.
Immense.
Also,
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction as well.
Pulp Fiction,
Oh, definitely.
The bit of an obscure one that I've got a liking for, Some Kind of Wonderful.
Yeah.
The soundtrack from that.
It's a Wonderful
like
Life. It's
deep
brilliant.
80s.
Yeah, it's a wonderful.
Good movie as well.
Casablanca does really well with the
Eric
sound.
Stoltz.
On a really obscure one, there's a horror film called The Keep, all about Nazi soldiers. So
I've heard of this.
Some sort of evil in a castle, and the
Yes,
soundtrack by
Ian.
Tangerine Dream,
Yes.
and it somehow works
Tangerine
right the way
Dream,
through.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember. What was the Clockwork Orange soundtrack like?
Nothing special, but it's noted for its music because of the way that the Beethoven is used in the film.
That's it.
With the character, so that's what it sort of. That's the notability of it.
Yeah.
There's nothing particularly noteworthy about it, but the fact that Beethoven is used as a plot device is.
I remember all the controversy about Clockwork Orange, and I thought one day I'll watch that. And then when I did watch it, I thought, well, it's not very good.
That's quite tame. Yeah. Yeah.
Firstly, big up to Al. Big up, Al. Good comedy for Al to watch. A good comedy for Al to watch.
Good comedy for Al to watch.
Forest 2, Spurs 0.
Comedy, not a good comedy of errors.
No, that's a horror film, Kuba. That's a horror film.
It depends who you follow.
Yeah.
That's a very graphic horror, Kuba. It's got to be, man.
Yeah.
Emerson Royale and Eric Dwyer versus Leeds. That's certainly a comedy.
Excuse me, sorry for yawning, guys. Apologies.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Thin Blue Line. If you've never watched that, Al, I'm a big fan. But Rez, comedy for Al to watch.
I'm trying to think. If I'm being honest, it's hard to pick one out. I mean, I'm difficult to think. If I'm being honest. I don't know.
Danny, comedy for Al.
I think Sophie's Choice.
Comedy for Alan. That's a good question.
Let me think on it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think on it as well.
What's the
Go
big
for the old classics like Airplane, Naked Gun, these sorts of things.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
An old Steve Martin comedy, The Jerk, is really good as well.
The Jerk, yeah.
Is that a film
or The
about
Man with
it?
Two Brains. The
Sounds
Man with
like
Two Brains.
a film.
Early Steve Martin movies.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is great.
Schindler's List.
Blazing Saddles. Not
You
being
and Alan can watch it together,
Yeah,
Danny.
Blazing Saddles.
anything Mel Brooks. Who's in space?
Yeah.
Blazing
Jews
Saddles,
in
yeah, that's a
space.
good one. You know, Blazing Saddles. You know that film, right? It was the first time ever on TV that they aired farting on TV on a box set. Did you know that?
No, I don't know that.
That's good to know, Danny.
Yeah,
Similar,
have you guys seen it? Do you remember the scene where they're all sitting around the campfire and they start eating the beans and then they all start having a farting explosion and everyone starts farting? That was the first time ever on TV that was farting was publicized or put on the screen, basically.
UK or US?
Similar thing that Psycho was the first film where they showed a toilet being flushed on American cinema.
It's crazy, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is the whole censorship thing that they had in the United States. The sort of what we've still got here with the Board of British Film Classification thing, the BBFC. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know. You've all learned something about
I've got the perfect comedy for Alan.
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket.
That's got a great soundtrack as well, by the way. That's got a brilliant soundtrack.
Absolutely.
So that's very much a good one. Very much. Needs to work out where
It,
Daigle is.
it's a very difficult one. Actually, Galaxy Quest I really like.
Oh, Galaxy Quest is brilliant.
Galaxy
That's a good
great.
one. Favorite cringy but brilliant films. Kuva, go.
Oh, it's not cringy at all. It's
There are
not.
bits
It's
that are
actually-
really cringy.
Yeah.
When some of them laugh, that's
that's
really
the point.
yeah.
That's what makes it funny.
Cringy but brilliant.
Yeah.
Freddie got fingered.
Yeah.
Danny, cringe but
Yep.
funny films.
Yeah, I'd say Step Brothers. Step Brothers is quite a cringy,
Step Brothers is
funny
very
film.
cringe.
It's that type of comedy, isn't it?
Yeah. Galaxy
Yeah.
Quest is awesome.
It really is. We
Right.
cannot thank you enough, Commander.
I haven't seen this, but I was told this is quite a funny film. Monty Python's Life of Brian.
I've seen that
Yeah.
multiple times.
It is. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
You
When
haven't
you
seen
when
it.
when
No, I
Red,
haven't seen it.
You've
Right,
never
I'm out
seen
of
it?
here. I'm out. I can't deal with this sort of crap.
what? That's another one.
Okay. Here's a test. Here's a test for those that have seen both, and I'm hoping that Kuba comes back for this one. Life of Brian or Holy Grail?
For me, Holy Grail.
As a pure comedy, it's the Holy Grail, but one I would watch more often. It's the Life of Brian, but the funnier one is the Holy Grail for me.
You know what else is a
The Holy Grail.
cringy comedy? Little Nicky.
Okay.
Adam
I've
Sandler.
not seen that. I've not
Yeah.
seen that one.
That's quite funny.
Yeah. The Adam Sandler film I really do like is Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is
That's a good
is
film.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But Holy Grail.
Yeah,
is
Wait, I've got one that's a little bit cringy, but it's really funny as well. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that film. That's a good film.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant. Oh, if you like casual racism, that's a great film.
this panel, yeah, I think we do.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. in that film is just the best.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, he's fucking
Mark,
hilarious.
I didn't forget Meaning of Life, but it is clearly the third best of the
Yeah,
three.
it is clearly the third
in my
best.
view.
I mean, my
doesn't
favourite
come
bit of
close to the
I mean, the bit with the what's it called? It's lecturing King Arthur that he getting sword from a watery tart. There's no mandate for a government.
Yeah. Supreme executive power comes from a mandate of the people, not some farcical watery ceremony or something.
I like on Meaning of Life right at the beginning, Grim Reaper turning up at the country cottage where they're having the dinner party, and then just so the hostess welcomes him in, and he says, "You're all dead," basically. And she, how can we all be dead at the same time? And he just points and goes, "The salmon moves." And her reaction is just to go, "Oh, I'm terribly embarrassed, everybody."
Yeah, because her husband goes, "Oh, darling, you didn't use canned salmon, did you?"
What is your favourite movie, Brian?
When she brings him in and introduces him to the guests, he goes, "Mr. Death is a reaper."
What was the question, Ben?
Favourite cringe movie? So it's a movie like
Oh, I've got one. Daniel Levy's end of season messages.
that's
I
movie.
know that movie. Those end of season messages are like the adverts where you see where give £3 to this organisation. It's one of those infomercial kind of things, not a movie. Oh my god, cringe-worthy movie.
I particularly love the Daniel Levy message to the fans, and then it's all about the finances.
Yeah.
and what we won't spend in the summer.
Summer, January, a day that ends in Y, whatever you want to make it.
Who's your friend, Brian?
So who's my friend? That's Lexi. Good old Lexi.
Good old Lexi.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's only a year old. She's beautiful. Cringe movie. Jesus Christ. We'll come back to you on that. I'll come back to you.
A book is in the works for. It's called the Levy Out Chronicles, and we're going to make a book with all the mistakes Levy has made. Chapter 1: Josh Onoma and 2.5 million for Jack Grealish. It's going to be the greatest book of all time.
true.
I mean, it's See No Evil, best comedy film.
Oh
a great
my god, that
Oh.
film is a masterpiece.
Yeah, the
There's
Cheesemaker.
a few really good ones with that pairing, isn't there? Stir Crazy was really good as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but Hear No Evil, See No Evil is
Yeah.
one of the most ingenious and funniest movies. Oh my god, I love that movie. That is incredible. That is incredible.
A lot of the
yeah,
Mel
yeah.
Brooks movies as well. Brilliant.
Spaceballs.
Anything
Spaceballs.
of Richard Pryor is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd draw the line at Harlem Nights.
Oh, guess what time it
I
is?
don't think I've seen it.
What time
Yeah,
is it?
don't.
It's
Don't.
timeline time. I just heard Rez's alarm. It's timelines time.
Timeline time.
Yeah, don't bother with Harlem Nights. It was Eddie Murphy's sort of vanity project.
Oh,
in
mate,
which he got to
already.
work with Richard
Yeah.
Pryor. Yeah, and it
as
was
soon as Eddie Murphy had done The Golden Child, that's it. He's never done anything
Yeah.
worthwhile since.
yeah.
I came home yesterday,
Nutty
and
Professor?
my mother and my brother were watching The Nutty Professor for the 70th million time.
Yeah.
It's
What's
just-
What's the other one he did? The other one where he was that guy who played like the fat woman.
It's,
Big Mama's House. That was Martin.
No,
Lawrence.
not
Yeah.
Big Mama's House. The other one.
Big Mama's
there's
House too.
No, there was another one. There's another one. That was quite a funny movie actually. It's it's cringy funny movie, but it's funny.
Johnny Depp.
Mrs. Afro-American Doubtfire.
Let me try and find the name of it. I'll try and find it.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, talking of cringe, you got to love a bit of Beware the Zohan.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
That's a brilliant film though.
Yeah.
Beware the Zohan is always a. I heard people mention Happy Gilmore. You got any Adam Sandler movie?
Oh,
The other guys. The other
that's
guys
it.
is brilliant.
Have you? It's Norbit. It's called Norbit.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that film?
I've
No.
not seen that film.
Oh, it's funny, man. You should watch it.
It's another
I'll
one.
take your word for it and say I have.
No, you've never seen any.
Actually, talking of Eddie Murphy, Trading Places,
Yeah,
Trading
Ian
Places
said
is
it, Norbit.
Brilliant.
phenomenally good movie.
Yeah.
Phenomenally
Yes,
good
it's
movie.
his early stuff I really enjoyed. It's just
Yeah.
since
Dr.
then-
Doolittle.
After that, yeah,
Brilliant.
it was pretty much all on a downward trajectory.
Yeah.
I would make an exception for Nutty Professor. I would, because you can switch your brain off with that one.
Yeah.
You just switch your brain off and just go with it, rather than, I mean, if you try and sort of find the comedy, it's very very dissatisfying. But just switch your brain off and just go with the silliness. It's pretty good.
That's a really silly movie. I just can't do it anymore. I'm done with it.
Yeah, you don't need to watch it more than once.
I know. It's just that, and I
There's
come
nothing
home.
to discover after that first viewing.
Yeah. Flubber is good for it.
cringy brilliant again. Team America.
Team America.
Yeah.
That's just
I
a
agree.
masterpiece, though. That's a masterpiece of cringe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
Just
I
the
would.
bit when he goes outside and he's sick everywhere. It just carries on for like 20 minutes of him being sick everywhere.
It's so many of the little tiny things that are just so enjoyable as well, like the fight scenes on strings and the fact they got just a normal house cat coming in as a panther. It's just awesome.
Everything the South Park guys do is brilliant.
So that's comedy we've done for Alan. Now we need to find him a science fiction movie.
Galaxy Quest.
No, I was actually talking
That's
of
a comedy. That's a comedy.
talking of one
Alien.
more comedy. I'm sure it's called The Heist or something, where Ben Stiller is the main manager of a massive like high-rise American building, and they try to do a bank robbery on the owner of the building who's got a red Ferrari, but it's actually all in. What the fuck is the name of the movie? But it's cringy but brilliant. I'm sure it's called The Heist.
I don't
That's a
know.
word for it, Brian.
I don't know.
I
Ben-
don't know.
Let's have
You
a
know,
look.
If anyone's seen the
Catman
2000
just saying Tower Heist.
Tower
There
Heist,
you go. There you go.
Catman
do you know
got
what's a brilliant film? I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's got Denzel Washington in it, and I think it's Jodie Foster and Clive Owen. It's Inside Man.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
never seen that? That's a
Oh,
brilliant
yeah.
film, man. You should watch that. That's a
Bruce
brilliant film.
Almighty. Bruce Almighty.
Oh, Bruce Almighty is a good film.
Bruce Almighty
Yeah,
is genius.
I do like that film. It's good.
Very funny. Yeah.
It is. It is. It's Eddie Murphy as well, actually.
No.
How about
Morgan Freeman.
guilty pleasure films then that nobody
Morgan
else seems to like, but you love them?
The Day After Tomorrow. That's an easy answer.
I'd go with that. I like that film. Yeah.
That's a good
I'm
film.
going to
like
go
the
with the
film,
Brandon
I like
Lee
it.
film, The Crow.
Oh,
Okay.
bro.
Film. That's a good
Yeah,
movie.
I loved it. It got slated though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. But
Mr.
so
Bean's
did the
Holiday
Shawshank.
got
So did
slated,
the Shawshank Redemption. You know.
Shawshank Redemption.
So did the Thing. You know, when the Thing
The
came
Thing.
out, it
Oh
was
my
was
God.
just ripped to pieces by fucking everyone. Right.
One of my all-time favourites, The Thing.
But it's an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
Absolute masterpiece. You know, so
I think I'm going to watch it after this stream.
you should, mate. You know they've done a 4K remaster
I'm
Of
there.
what?
No,
Of what?
of the Thing.
Oh, the thing. Yeah, someone. Was it you telling me that? It was you telling me that, wasn't it, Reg?
Yeah. That's very good.
Oh, cringe, but what's it called? It's completely gone out of my head. Ah, yeah.
Oh, really bizarre one. This is a bit cringy as well, from the 1980s. Film called Electric Dreams. It's about a lad who falls in love with this computer-generated woman, and basically he's fallen in love with his computer.
Isn't that Weird Science?
No, that's where they
different
create the
one.
woman. I've heard of this thing. I don't think I've ever seen it actually.
It was a really good feel-good movie of that era, and I think I was young enough to not appreciate that it wasn't very complicated.
Yeah. The one film that, in a way, because it was right on that cusp of when I should have been seeing it. And it is a chick flick, but Heathers. I've never seen that film, but it was right. It was right for my generation at the time. It's basically what launched Christian Slater and Winona Ryder's careers, you know, for what they became.
Yeah.
That's something I should watch. Not because I'm all that interested, but it's
just to
one
say
of
you've
those
seen
films
it.
if you're the right age, you know. So yeah.
I remember we had one. Oh yeah, if he's talking about the Dragon Ball Z, that was awful. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that goes with me with Big Trouble in Little China, which is the weirdest, most ridiculous, most. I if I could get some time back in my life, it would be the time I got watching that movie. I don't care how badly I get played. It's not.
Movie.
It's not.
It is. John Carpenter is brilliant.
It's not.
So good.
Kimber.
Really good.
Was that Mary Poppins?
Oh, Wishmaster was another one. I really enjoyed it, but it was crap.
Yeah.
Wishmaster.
It's basically the genie, the evil genie.
Yeah.
Oh, films I like, but they're crap. Jurassic Park. I don't like it, but I watch it anyway. Jurassic Park 3. That is awful. Like in every way.
Which one's Jurassic Park 3? Is that the one with the white Tyrannosaurus Rex?
No, that's Jurassic World. It's Jurassic Park 3 is the one with the Spinosaurus.
Oh, right, yeah. They all sort of tend to meld into one, really.
Kimber is saying you're talking pure nonsense, Brian.
I'm absolutely not. I'm absolutely not.
As your lawyer, you are.
Yeah. Well, mate, I'm going to put you up for review on that, based on that information that you're just passing on me. Yeah. Well, actually, no, I'm going to let you. I know, because no, I get myself into more trouble than I don't. So I need to keep your retainer. But yeah, I just can't. Don't you got to remember that some of these movies, with my ADD, unless I really, really want to see it, it's hard for me to sit for a movie. And that we did. It was Ilana's birthday during COVID. I was like, right, we can watch whatever movie you want. And she picked some movies that were absolutely on a par with that. But the one movie she did pick that was incredible was Kevin Costner, Draft Day, which is all about the NFL and how they do their transfers. Oh, it's an incredible.
That probably wouldn't have come over because it's
an absolutely outstanding. You don't even need to know how the trades work. It's a brilliant movie. and I watched that a lot. But yeah, the rest of them were just pure crap.
So, Eugene, we're going to finish the stream in 10 minutes. So,
Mate, check out Draft Day.
Actually, there are two that really stand out for me, and I'm sure you must have. They were available here. The first one is American. Any Given Sunday. Sorry, Any Given Sunday is a great film. The other one is Hoosiers. With that might be because I have Gene Hackman is a god to me.
Yeah.
The best American football movie ever written and never will be beaten is Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington.
I've not seen that one.
So that one goes back in the day when it's when racism was rife, and it's a black school and a white school merged together, and they're both very, very big football teams, and they have to. It's one of the best movies of all time. Period.
Isn't it a biopic or what's it called? True story.
Film? Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Red, I'm sending you the trailer for Draft Day now.
A film that's brilliant but a bit cringe is the football film in America. What's it called? I can never remember his name. No, the guy that does Anchorman, Will Ferrell, his football film. That is absolutely brilliant. I can never remember it. Someone will remember. That is so funny. Escape to Victory is brilliant.
Escape to Victory, yeah.
Escape to Victory is brilliant.
Yeah, that is
Will Ferrell football film with the two.
Catman Jess bringing up Judge Dredd and then Kim saying it was an abomination. Everything, I agree, but I think that the Sylvester Stallone version of Judge Dredd, if only they had slightly converted that, it would have made a good sequel to that one he did with great, I can't even remember names now. This is going well. Yeah. the one he did with Wesley Snipes.
The Demolition Man.
If that was a Demolition Man Part 2, it would have worked. As Judge Dredd, it was awful.
Yeah.
But that's age showing. What was it called? With what's his name?
That's what I do. I'm always calling people what's his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian Ferguson mentioned it as well. Remember the Titans. I can't begin to tell people how great this movie is now. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah. They are.
If you want something slightly off the beaten track, I keep coming back to this one. Whiplash. Has anyone seen that?
I've seen Whiplash, yeah.
Whiplash is, I really, really love that film. I really do. It's great.
For some reason, just the title reminds me of Slapshot, though, and I love that film.
I'm not sure it's on par with that. The one thing I'll say is this. So it's about a drummer, right? Let's put it that way. That's all I'm going to say. But Whiplash is the guy who plays it is Miles Teller, is the sort of main character. He actually learned to do all of the drumming that's in the film that you see him do, and it's very, very impressive. It's got thingy in it. J.K. Simmons, is it? The guy who was J. Jonah Jameson and
wrote Harry Potter. That one.
No, that's no. She's in the sequel in Whiplash 2.
It's why I really like Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix in it, because he studied Johnny Cash's guitar playing for months to get the way Johnny Cash used to have these weird mannerisms when he was picking. But it is absolutely brilliant.
Just remind me that there's two where it's been an actor having to learn to do certain things to do the biopics, and one of them's Ali. I thought was an excellent portrayal of Muhammad Ali from Will Smith.
Yeah,
but the other one was Jason Scott Lee playing Bruce Lee in Dragon.
Oh, that's a
fantastic movie. Mm. And again, they started off thinking they needed to get the martial artist in to play the role, but they worked out it's better to have the actor and train them.
I'll tell you what, another one like that. I like those biography movies. Is Jamie Foxx in Ray Charles. He plays that absolutely blindingly. Excuse the pun.
Yeah. Bloody hell!
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God.
Mate, that just reminds me of the joke that what does Stevie Wonder's mum do when he's been naughty? He moves the furniture around.
Oh,
I can't believe I came up with that pun. Of all the puns to have come up with, Jesus Christ!
no.
I don't.
No.
Kim says I don't get it.
Yeah.
Big up, Kimber.
Count yourself lucky.
The Dictator is very cringe. That's
I made that movie. It's hysterical.
From around that time, The Guru with Michael Myers in it, after Austin Powers, that was cringe and not in a good way.
Yeah,
and not in a good way. That was a film that you just sort of sit there and you go, I can't. My skin is puckering just from watching this.
Oh, it's the same with Bruno though. Bruno was like that as well. He's like, oh my God.
I watched that Ray Charles movie for ages, and then eventually I realised that Gene Wilder's not coming on at any point.
You're terrible, man. You really are.
Ian's got it wrong though. It's straight out of Conte and it stars Brian Daigle. That's the movie. Straight out of Conte. Got it wrong, mate.
Straight out of Compton is a blinding movie, though. Blinding. I've got to stop using that word.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take that word right out.
You are, mate. Yeah, using it.
Yeah, there's that Bohemian Rhapsody. But Bohemian Rhapsody was brilliant.
Bohemian Rhapsody is brilliant.
Was fantastic. Was fantastic.
Okay, no, I'm being harsh. It wasn't terrible, but Sacha Baron Cohen would have been a million times better suited than the guy who played him. And the guy who played him, in my estimation, his performance was mannered. It was the surface of Freddie Mercury rather than me actually believing that he was Freddie. The guy who played Brian May was spot on though.
He was
absolute. It was Brian May, but the film itself, it was a bit of a disappointment. They glossed over and moved stuff around to sort of make it work and stuff. Yeah,
the one that really annoys me about that one is that was not how they invented "We Will Rock You," and it's near the beginning. "We Will Rock You" is one of Queen's last songs. It's one of their later songs, and they put it so early in the movie.
I think playing Freddie Mercury, the only one I could even imagine doing it properly would be a young Gary Oldman, someone like that, somebody who completely immerses themselves into it.
Yeah, maybe. Gary Oldman is brilliant when he does, and his portrayal of Churchill was particularly good.
I need to see that one.
It's also one of those rare actors that no matter what the role is, hero or villain, he's completely convincing.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You watch Lost in Space. He's the villain in Lost. He's Dr. Smith in the Lost in Space adaptation with Matt LeBlanc. When it was like, let's see if we can launch Matt LeBlanc as a Hollywood star, and in what is, to be fair, quite a beautiful film in terms of the visuals, but story-wise was shit. He just stole it. He just said, fine, if you guys are going to give me this shit, I'm going to turn this shit into gold. And he did, just in his own little bit,
Gary Oldman's also the only actor I think could play every single part in one film, and you would have to be told that it was him.
Yeah. Absolutely. Gary
Oldman,
fantastic.
A bit like Alec Guinness in Kind Hearts and Coronets.
Yeah.
You still knew it was Alec Guinness,
though,
with Gary Oldman, sometimes somebody has to say it and you go, what?
Yeah. He is very
amazingly good. We've actually run out of time. It's been an hour and a half, so we're gonna go through all the lads on the panel. Thank you to everyone that's joined on the panel.
We haven't
Firstly,
actually
Kauffie.
run out of time. Time will continue beyond this for
It
everyone in the
will.
chat who might be worried that the universe is ending.
Oh, it's certainly ending.
Yeah.
Kauffie, when are you next on, sir?
Shelfside Spurs isn't on, so don't know. It could. I don't know if Bob Spur's going to be on. So it could be as late as Sunday on the show with Sava and Bobby K and I returning on Sunday evening. Couv and the Kang. That will probably be it.
Bloody hell! The world is ending. Couvier's not on a million shows. What's happening?
Oh, probably
Maybe
will be. I
time
just
is
don't know
running
it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe time is running out. Maybe this is the end of the continuum.
Well,
It
good
is.
luck, everyone. Good luck. Ryan, when are we next?
A break in football. I just want to get put in my cardboard box, bit of straw tucked under the stairs until the season starts.
Yeah.
Just,
Ryan, when are we next on? When are we next?
We will next be on at 4:00 on Thursday with Ask Us Anything. We're making a return. So Ben and I will be there if anyone wants to join us for the light-hearted, where the questions are ask us anything. Basically, where there is no questions that won't be answered. So yeah, that will be 4:00 UK time, which will be 11 a.m. Eastern. And that's the return of that show, which will be coming back weekly, which we're looking forward to. So looking forward to it, and that's where you can find us.
And will you be joining us tomorrow, Danny? We're dropping you in it.
Well, it's Thursday, not tomorrow's Wednesday. So yeah, you give him actually tell Danny it is tomorrow, so he's ready for Thursday. Good thinking.
Possibly it depends. It depends if there's anything's on at the time, but yeah, maybe I'll be on.
Great stuff.
But if not, I'll probably be on again as well on Sunday for Henry's show.
Yeah. Great stuff.
There you go. On other people's channels, just not his own. In true Danny style.
True Danny style. At least
you can talk. You can talk.
Yeah,
you fucking YouTube slut.
You were just pathetic for that.
Yes, but I turn up on my channel shows, brother. That's the thing. I don't. Love you, brother.
Resonator, sir. I know you're going for a bit of a hiatus. When will we next see you?
Either the 29th of December or the 5th of January, depending on my partner in crime, Nick's wishes.
Ranjwalk.
I might turn up here, there, and everywhere, or I might not. Right now, I can't actually see beyond my bed. I'm very, very tired, very sleep deprived. So, I think let's just get this thing out of the way, and then we'll regroup and decide. I think that's the easiest way of putting it. It wasn't the easiest way of putting it. It was far too fucking complicated. The easy answer is sometime in December or January. That's the easy answer.
We don't like easy answers, Raz. We like complicated ones.
That's true. I do agree.
Everyone that has joined us in the chat. Thank you to everyone that joined us on the panel today, from Kuva Mech to Brian Bot to whatever Danny's robot name is, to the Resonator Tron. Thank you all so much for watching the show today. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. for some, I don't know, talk about bollocks. I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing, and Brian.
Okay, we hadn't spoken Spurs, but now you've done it. I'm going to have to do it. And as always, Levy out.
There you go.